You mean not everyone likes me?
Yeah.
Dang it.
Sorry to say that.
Maybe
If I don't like you, I am assuming other people won't like you.
And I was like, what? You can talk to the lender like that? You're like, yeah, they're people. They're just like you and me. They just want to enjoy their day. And my mind was like,
it doesn't have to be so damn serious.
Yeah.
Right? Like it doesn't have to, you can take it serious without being super serious.
Yeah. Stop trying to be so perfect. Is that by you being human, which is full of rights and wrongs, but lots of wrongs and mistakes, that's actually how you connect.
All right.
Hey, man.
What's up? Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where are we headed today?
Yeah. So today we're, I think it comes up a lot, especially in our industry. We're in real estate and mortgages, selling houses, whatever it is. We have this stigma of just being real salesy and having this image that we're trying to project.
Yeah.
And so I think it's just about just chatting about with people. Like sometimes what we're most connected to is just somebody that is real. Like just who
true.
Are they? There's a really good chance that there's a lot of people that aren't going to like your stuff because we're all real different and we connect to different people. So there's a large portion of the market that's going to be like, that guy's not my cup of tea.
You mean not everyone likes me?
Yeah,
dang it.
Sorry to say that. Not everyone likes you.
Oh, maybe
if I don't like you, I am assuming other people won't like you. So I mean, that's just how the numbers work.
Yeah, I pay you to sit there. Yeah, that's good. Thank you. Thanks for taking that.
Exactly. But I think that's just how it goes. And sometimes people are indifferent, and sometimes they're like it can be a passionate dislike, and then sometimes like no, like I connect with the way that person delivers it. So just I guess over the years, like what's your take on that? What is your take on how somebody should? Is there a front? Should they present themselves in a certain way? Just let your guard down and do whatever. Is there a mixture? Are there times when you're like, no, there are times where I have a persona that I put on.
Yeah, man, I think that you're bang on is that there is this idea that when you're in what we'll call it corporate culture, where you're trying to impress banks, where, us coming from the real estate industry, specifically in mortgages, is that finances, you're like, oh man, you got to be wearing the suit and tie and you got to look this way and act this way and talk this way. And it's really this expectation that for some reason we place on ourselves. And I used to do this a lot. And I got a funny story for you, but which you'll remember. But I think you're right, man, is that we think that we have to pretend to be someone. And so many people are doing this. And I used to pretend as well. And then you get to a spot where like, wait a second, the moment that I started to show who I really am, it all changed for me. And now they like me even more, or they want to do more business with me, or the referrals start coming in, or clients, they connect with you better. Just as soon as you dropped the guard, as soon as you then are like, no, I don't need to, sit perfect and have the hand on my leg like this and hi, like I am so glad to finance your home today. As soon as you,
well, I did just hear you better when you did that. I did just. I took you a little more serious when you just said
okay.
That,
so I should actually incorporate this.
Yeah, I was like, oh, he's saying something important now. That's
Oh, listen up now.
Yeah.
So I think that I made that mistake many times. And my favorite story though, my aha moment happened to me at an early age. Thank goodness. It was, 22 years old. You and I were working together. And so it was my first year in business. And I'd been, this is going to age us for sure, but I'm sending fax cover letters. You type it on the computer. This is so dumb to think about. You type it on the computer and then you press print, you sign the cover letter or whatever. And then you put the documents that you'd printed off from the computer that was emailed to you, print it off, fax it to the lender as one package, itemizing like, I've attached this. And then I'd write, thank you, or sincerely, Graham. And you think about it now, you're like, why? Not only is that dumb as a process, that you'd be in the computer already, printing it, and then sending it through fax. So even that just is funny to think about. But I would be typed out and sign it. And I think that I'm trying to act older or more professional than I am. And that actually was a detriment, is that I then be part of the masses. I'm like every other broker that's trying to be able to close a mortgage file for their client and do good work. Meanwhile, I then go to your office and I'm like, hey man, I need help with this file. And do you know where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I go to your
yeah.
office, and then from there I'm like, hey, I need help with this file. And you start seeing what I'm about to send in. You're like, oh man, you don't need that. You grab a letterhead piece of paper from.
Oh, it was blank.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, yeah, that's right. It was a blank piece of paper. Yeah. And you're like, yo. I attached the job letter and paste them. Thanks. And then you like signed it, and it was all in Sharpie, massive, all caps that you just had typed out, like write out with your hand with a Sharpie. You put that on top, sent it, and you're like, that's going to get approved. And I was like, what? You can talk to the lender like that? You're like, yeah, they're people. They're just like you and me. They just want to enjoy their day. And my mind was like, no way, you can do that? And you're like, I've been doing that since I started. What have you been doing? Yeah. I'm like, I've been printing these suckers off. Oh, man, crazy times. But yeah, that was my aha moment. And luckily it happened in my early 20s.
Right.
And then it changed the direction. Like that right there let me connect with underwriters and BDMs and the industry leaders as a human from then on. And I was like, oh, I can just be myself. I get to joke with them. So anyway, that's my take.
Yeah.
That moment there changed it all.
Yeah. That's cool. I mean, that's kind of part of, what we all learn from each other as we're working together, just different styles. And it's like, oh, I can see how, how that relates. And I do think, throughout the years, we've all been kind of influenced and guided of it doesn't have to be so damn serious.
Yeah.
Right. Like it doesn't have to you can take it serious without being super serious.
Yeah.
As a person, right? Like our job is really serious and we take it serious.
Yeah.
And we want to be good at it and we want to make sure that everybody's taken care of and everything's accurate and all the stuff. All the things.
Yeah.
But you don't have to be, we're not saving lives here. We're not saving thousands of children here. We're writing loans, we're getting mortgages, and it's important and it's cool memories. And we're really fulfilled and feel great about what we do and help people through. But in that end of the business, it's like you can just take a deep breath. It's not you're not that important. And I think if we kind of think of it that way, is you then can just get back to the human side, which is really all that ever matters, is the people you're working with and the people that you're helping. I don't know if you really remember or care about anything else other than the impact you're making on other human beings. Everything we do is usually for, it's for our family or a loved one or our team or our, the decisions that you make. Yes, there's cool stuff that go with it, materialistic wise or travel wise or, stuff like that. But you really only thing that matters is the connection to the people. Mm-hmm. And even for people that would say that they're introverts or they don't care about other people, it just means they don't care about as many people, but they still are driven by that core group of people that they love the most. Yeah. Right. Of what they feel their life is like, or their quality of life. So, so I think that style just kind of lets you kind of open up to be like, well, you can just be a real person. And some people will like it and some people won't. Yeah. And that's okay. It's like, we've all had, like, I'm the king of awkward. So I get like, I say shit sometimes that I was like, that wasn't great. I thought that would be funny. And then I verbalized it inside. It was hilarious. And by the time it gets here, doesn't hit. Yeah. It came across wrong, or I didn't deliver it very well.
No, that makes sense.
You're like, shoot, but I think it allows you the freedom to do that. And then you still have, even if it goes miserable and you didn't connect with somebody, but you were being yourself, you have a great story for the people you do connect with about how stupid you felt.
Absolutely not.
Well, and those are cool moments as well, so that's why I think it's imperative that, people just, and to know that we're probably all more alike than we believe we are. Mm-hmm. And so even when somebody's, maybe they have resting bitch face on them and they look unapproachable, if you do just start being yourself and start joking around with them, you probably find out if
I think you're right.
They probably have a sense of humor also.
And who's the person that coined the phrase of people will connect to you through your failures and your weaknesses rather than your strengths? I don't know who said that, But I remember reading it and I was like, that is so profound, is that I connect to you or to whoever, and I feel more, yeah, connected is the word. I feel more connected to this person through their weaknesses and failures than their strengths and their achievements. And that right there changed everything for me, is that stop trying to be so perfect, is that by you being human, which is full of rights and wrongs, but lots of wrongs and mistakes, that's actually how you connect. Your friendships are not because of your achievements together. It's actually because you did all these failures together.
Right.
And which we have a lot of. So maybe that's why we get along so well. We're like, man, we failed on that too.
Oh man, we tried that. That did not work.
Yeah.
That was abort, like so many, we're going this way, this is going to be amazing. And then, a month later, you're like, that is not amazing.
Yeah.
Do not do that. And and I do think you have connection. And I think being in the trenches with other human beings, I think that is
that's true.
That's, that is what connects teams, is a team when you're in the trenches together, and then you kind of, overcome, or you start achieving, or you start executing at a high level, or you start seeing successes together.
Yeah.
That is really, and it's not because you experience this, much to your point, you didn't experience the success together. It's because you were actually in the trenches when it was really hard.
Yeah.
And nobody gave up, and everybody was like, remember how brutal that was? But
yeah,
we were all together. We were all like, I mean, and I'm sure our team, if our team, listen to this, I doubt they, once they hear us talk, to be like, I've heard enough of this shit. But if they heard, they'd be like, oh man, yeah, all of us are close hating you guys sometimes. Like, it's like, you guys, you crazy assholes. Like, this is like, we all got closer because you guys are
true
pushing.
Oh man, that actually, yeah, we should send out a survey. Is this true? Yes.
That's so culture lesson by Derek and Graham.
Yeah.
Put a lot of pressure on your team so they can hate you together. And then if they hate you together, then they're really gonna get close.
Why is your culture so good? We're crazy.
The commonality is bitching about these two idiots.
Very true. You spoke a lot of truth there. Okay, I got a question for you. I don't know the answer to this. Is when I told you that story at the very beginning about the fax cover letter thing, how did you know that it was okay to do that? I have no idea what your answer is. Like, how did you know that, yes, I can do this, and that underwriter is going to receive this well and know that I'm just, being a jokester, but still professional? Like, you sent in legitimate, amazing documents, funded a file that is a dream home for a person. Like, the professional work you did was very pro, but how you did it was casual and fun. Like, how did you know that this is okay? Like, what told you that was fun? Like, I don't know. How did you know?
Yeah, I don't know if I did.
Or is this who you are?
I probably didn't. It's just who I am.
Yeah,
but
okay.
I probably didn't know. I think it's just from conversations.
Okay.
So when I was talking to the docs person, or having a conversation to actually be curious about somebody as a person, I think that's something that I've always done, like my whole life, because I just like people. So I've always kind of I just want to know who they are and what's important to them, and to joke and casually just kind of get to know them that way. Like, I'm not really serious about it, but I do it through jokes and chatting.
You do. Yeah.
But I think it's through the joking, you just kind of felt like, I think it was just instinctive, where you felt like this would be okay.
Yeah.
I know now I've had a good conversation with the person several times to ask them questions, because I didn't know what I was doing at that time, right?
Yeah.
Like, they're basically having to train me. And I think I think instinctually, like, through the conversations, I know that this would be okay, and they would find humor in this, or they would snicker. Like, it doesn't even have to be a big laugh, but I live my whole life based on other people's reactions. I mean, I'm a reaction whore, right? Like, I'm like, no, I want to laugh, or I want like some kind of reaction that brings me joy, right? Yeah. Like, that's how I connect.
Yeah.
Is to, and sometimes I can be a bit much because of that, but the people that get along with me. So fuck it, right? Like, like, whatever.
And the ones that do, they do love you for it.
Right. And so, and the ones that don't, they probably really, like, I don't know them because they don't know, but they really don't like me for it, probably. But I think it was just instinctive. Just say, I have had conversations. I get this kind of connection, and making my connections casual. I always do. I always make it about humor, because I don't want to be around someone if they're not laughing. Like, they're not going to like me, because I'm very seldom serious. And so I always want to know if they have a sense of humor, if they're joking, and I internally I measure intelligence based on whether somebody has a good sense of humor or not.
Yeah.
And so I think that's just who I was. So then I was like, oh no, I know this person, they would enjoy this, and I would like to, get a laugh. Like, selfishly, I was like, I would like to get a laugh. And so then I think I just did that. And then I think not, kudos to the people around, like on the other end, being human as well.
Yeah.
I think not being told that, oh, that's stupid, or what the heck do you think you're doing with that fact? It just accepting that that's what I did, and that was how I was connecting, kind of helped me be like, well, I guess that's how you can always joke around with the people you're working with and the people you're with. You can always lighten it up. Like, we're all in the trenches, and I just think we're doing a lot of serious shit, and we're spending a lot of time together.
Yeah.
Man, to just always be nervous about sincerely.
Yeah.
Like I was like, man, I'm not living like that. So I think that's what it is.
I think it's funny too, that when you and I are training our sales team, when we go through that part of it and we start showing them the emails that we send, because it's the fax letter moment. It's the fax letter moment inside of our day-to-day is emails now. So when we show them that stuff and we're training, and they're like, you can just send that. I remember sitting with one of our sales team, and she was like, none of this is capitalized. There's exclamation marks everywhere. You're going to send that? I'm like, oh yeah, this is like my bud that works at this X bank, whatever this one is.
Right.
And they're like, oh, that's okay. Yeah. So it was like that moment passed down to me. You pass it on to the team now. It's part of our culture. And I think it's so cool because no one else is doing that. So when they see that email, they're like, I know Graham's sending in real work for a real person with real documents, but that email is going to be loaded full of humor or jokes or unprofessional to some degree with communication. But the objective is, let's do the right thing for this client. And yet, like, it's so much fun. And they're like, you can send that? I'm like, yeah, of course you can. Yeah, it's so fun just to like let your guard down and like, that 3 exclamation marks there because you're excited. Be like, thanks, have a wicked day. You can write the word wicked day. You can do that? Of course. I want that for them. Yeah. I want them just to have a nice day.
And I say wicked.
Yeah.
So so they can hear me. They've met me. Yeah. They can hear me say it. They know I say that word.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and I think that it's unconventional. Like, right? Like, it's not really unprofessional. It's just unconventional. People like you're allowed to do that, and it's like, no, that's just who I am. But then on the flip side of it, though, like, much to your point from the story before, but is the work that they're receiving though is good. Mm-hmm. It's exactly what they need, and it's very professionally done.
Yeah.
Right. So then it's like, no, I'm showing you that I'm human, and I just want to chat with you because we're all just doing this job together. Yeah. And this is how we live. But we can have a little bit of joy communicating. But the work I'm doing, no, I took that very serious.
That's a good point.
Here's exactly what you need, and this is exactly right, and it's looked over, and it's, like, because we have all the, when you're in lending, you have all the fraud prevention and the verifications and all of the stuff that, compliant-wise we need to do. But it's like, I took that very serious. That's not there's no jokes there because that needs to be done. Right. Like it's that can't be sloughed off, but I can slough off that I maybe don't use all of the words that you think I should use. Right. Like I can joke with you. I can elbow, I can be lighthearted, but the work is going to be
right. So humor and sloppy, that is not going to get you anywhere.
No.
You add all the humor you want. Your work sucks. Yeah. Screw off.
You're not funny anymore.
Yeah, your jokes suck. Your exclamation marks piss me off.
Your work sucks, so I actually don't give a shit about because you only connect to the people. Sense. Competency is kind of a communicator. I think, like, if competent people that have high level of competence, which intelligence or whatever, and we all have strengths and weaknesses, so it's not kind of an overall, but it's people that are naturally competent and do a good job. Mm-hmm. They just gravitate to each other. And then you can be lighthearted and joke, but you actually don't get the opportunity to be lighthearted and joke if you suck. So you do have to have so we say, you have to take your job serious. Yeah. You do have to hone your skills.
Right.
There's no shortcut for that. You have to hone your skills, and then you earn the right to be a human being. with them. But if you're just a jokester and then you suck at everything else, they'll get older.
Yeah,
fast.
You're not hustling and grinding. You're like, who is this guy?
Yeah. There's no value. You're bringing no value, but they're like, I don't know, the guy just sits there and jokes around and then gives us no work, gives us no sloppy work. He's not checking the docs.
Yeah.
We're at a huge amount of risk here.
Yeah.
Like that, then they don't want to hear it. You're not allowed to.
Right. Then go be a comedian somewhere else.
That's right. So I think you earn the right with your surroundings to be yourself. Yeah. I think you do earn the right to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then we've talked about facts and we've talked about email and like the overall communicating that way. Phone, in person, I think the same applies, does it not? Like if I'm on the phone, I want to do the same thing. Is I'm like, hey, I got this thing that I'm trying to get an exception on. But to be able to be human even in that moment, I even think of some of the most stressful moments. Then I'm dealing with a lender and things are on fire and like someone may get their home on time or not. Even in those moments, you're like, hey, how's the day? This is a bit wild. Hey, this is crazy.
Yeah.
How you doing? Are you stressed out like I am right now? Like just to be able to like acknowledge that we are in the trenches together right now. Let's have some fun with it, but we do need to solve this.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that acknowledgement, I think it really kind of, people want to know that you're with them or that, that you agree that it's, especially if they're frustrated or something like that. Like, on the client side, if they're frustrated, or the lender side, if they're frustrated, in the finance world. But if they're frustrated, I think it's good to acknowledge that, hey, oh man, hey, did you, I know sometimes I'd be like, hey, did you want your whole day ruined, or was this like was that the goal today, or was this not what you wanted? I just didn't know. And then they find the humor in it because they know that now you understand that their whole day was ruined, and that they are very frustrated with this, right? Like, and then you can kind of get to it, and then you can kind of lighten it up. But I do think it's always okay to joke around, and then sometimes I do retract, right? Because sometimes people just aren't that way, and that you have to be okay with too. So when you are more lighthearted and you like the lighter side of things, you do get burnt every now and then, right? Like you do get where you blast a joke and it's like, this is not funny, and you're like, oh, okay, you're right. Oh man, you're right. This is not funny.
That's actually such a good point. Is that you start becoming this humorous person. And then all of a sudden people then don't take you as serious, and you have to remind them sometimes, like, no, this is no joke. Now, in this moment, I do need to crush this with you and make this happen. Yeah. We can't joke about this. The joke is over. Now we need to be serious.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
The balancing act.